friends, thank you for tuning in to Lenderman Shop. Once again, I'm working on a toilet fill valve, the seal in my toilet fill valve. You may have seen my other video that I did a year or so ago explaining how to replace the valve seal, but today I do have one here, but instead of replacing it, I'm going to clean it. The reason being is because the water continues to run from time to time after flushing it. Sometimes it runs after somebody flushes or a toilet is flushed in a different part of the house, or when somebody gets done taking a shower. I have an idea that has to do with the pressure release, pressure going up and down on this valve here. So from time to time, out of nowhere, this toilet begins to run, and I suspect it is that seal. So the reason why I'm cleaning it this time is because our knowledgeable Lenderman Shop viewers have suggested that instead of replacing it, we try cleaning it. So that's what we're doing today. So the tools that you will need for today is make sure you have a towel around, a rag, just to wipe up any water in case you get it somewhere. Just a small screwdriver in case you need help getting the seal out of its encasement. An old toothbrush, or you can use a brand new toothbrush, whatever you like to use, because I'm going to use the toothbrush and a little bit of soap to clean off the seal once I take it out. And then we also need a cup, and the cup we're going to run the water. You'll see how that works. Run the water, just put that over the top to make sure water doesn't come out like a spout all in your bathroom. Okay, so let's get the top off here and talk about a few things before we get into it here. Okay, first off, if you've established that your float is not the culprit here, meaning if you have it adjusted too high, it may just continue, the water may continue to run through here and then also in there. So you can see that here, when I press down, I see what happens all the water. It just kind of keeps going and going and going, and I lift up and it stops. Now the problem we've been having is that it was not shutting off in here, although it was all the way up. So a very quick fix if you're on your way to work in the morning and your toilet is running, just come in here and give this a, let up on it really quick, and do that a couple times until it stops. That's been working for me. If that doesn't work for you, then you're gonna have to go down, let's see, you're gonna have to go down below and turn off your water down there, and we'll do that in just a second, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is unhook this. I've already taken a picture of this whole area here so that I know how everything goes back together. I'm going to unhook this, and then I'm going to just unscrew this kind of like I'm opening up a medicine bottle here, okay? So I'm going to press down and turn that way, and I'll get a hand on the bottom there just to secure the stem of this valve. Okay, so let's turn off the water down below. All right, turn off the water down here. Just feeling for drips as I do that. All right, give it a flush so that the water drains out. And just let the rest of the water. Okay. And I just wanted to highlight here, see my cable ties are still working, or my zip ties that I put on a few months ago. So all that is still in good order. Okay, so we're just going to pull this piece out. Takes a little bit of pressure there to get that off. All right. Now I'm going to adjust my camera here so that I can get one arm down below and then the other arm up top to twist off. Okay, so here we go. One hand on the bottom, and I'm going to lift this up too, or else it won't turn. Okay, I just kind of figured that one out. All right, so lift down, or lift up and press down, and there you have it. Okay, so this is the piece right here that's in question. And now that, to me, doesn't look great. You see there, that doesn't look great, but I'm going to go ahead and clean it off. I'm going to pull it out. Pull it out. Gentle with that pin in the center there. Pull it out. Now I'm going to give this a really good scrubbing. I'm going to scrub this off too. And then down here, I'm going to turn on the water and let all that clear out, but I'll do that in just a minute here. All right, so this looks, that looks really kind of encrusted there. Look at all that stuff. Ugh, gross. Okay, so I'm gonna go wash this. Trust me, I'm doing it with the toothbrush and the soap, and I'll be back in a second here. All right, so the seal looks like this. Came up looking pretty good on both sides. Just again, use my toothbrush, scrub that up, and then let's see if I can get some more light on this one. Here we go. All right, and then this is just the piece on top where the seal sets into. Notice I did not need to use my screwdriver to get the seal out. It came out pretty easily just with using my fingernails to pry it out. So that's what the inside of that piece looks like. Again, careful of that pin there. You want that pin to stay nice and strong. And I used, you saw this earlier, but I did use Clorox with bleach ink, or cleaner and bleach. If you feel more comfortable just using more of a mild soap, then go ahead and do that. All right, now let's go down here, and we're going to scrub that out a little bit with the toothbrush. And then I'll turn the water on a little bit just to get any debris that might fall down in there. So just going to take this. Kind of get that whole here. I don't think I'll put any soap on here. But there's definitely stuff in there. All right, with my cup there, I'm going to reach down and just turn the water on a little bit. Okay, to help rinse that out. And again, the cup's there, just make sure it doesn't shoot all the way up to your ceiling and down your wall and all and so forth. Let that run for a little bit. I had a bit of stuff in there. All right, you can see down in there I have like, there's that yellow piece down in there. It must be, I don't know, maybe a piece of the labeling or something. So I'm going to use the old standby safety pin to see if I can get down there and clean that out. And I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, and there it is. I have no idea what that could be, but it does look a little bit like labeling or something that just got caught in there somehow. Maybe it would not be a big deal, but since I have it apart, I certainly do not want to leave it in there. All right, so let's get everything back together here, and we'll see how things go. Okay, the water that's in there does create a little bit of an issue, so I'm going to soak some of that out. While that's happening, let's go ahead and put the seal back on the headpiece here. So just gently. All right. Okay, and that's all back together. Okay. That. Set this aside while I make sure this is. Okay, good. Yeah, it just makes it really very tight to get that seal on there. All right, now that all that water is out of there, it's going to make it a little bit easier for this piece to go back on top, and it won't be so snug. So we're going to push this down, and then right over until it stops. Okay, and then the next thing we do is bring up our float arm here, and right back where it needs to be, and push that in. All right, there we go, and I'll turn the water back on. And honestly, I think my water level is a little bit high, so I might adjust that float as well. All right, let's see how things progress here. Okay, it is still running, and that is not what I wanted at all. You can see it kind of coming down here. So let me take this apart again and see what happens here. Okay, I'm not ready to call this experiment a failure yet. but I don't think this is sealing, even though I've cleaned out everything with the old seal. So the reason why I know that is because if I turn the water on, turn the water back on, and you can kind of do this without the float attached. Kind of by bringing this up. Okay, right now the water should be off, but you can hear it still running, and it's coming out quite a bit down there. So I think that even though I clean the seal, I likely have a bad seal. So let's go to plan B, which is actually replacing the seal rather than cleaning it, which I tried the first time. All right, let's do that. Okay, you can definitely feel the difference between the two. This is the old one, this is the new one here. The old one feels quite dry, the new one's nice and pliable. So let's hope that that is it. So I'm just going to go ahead and gently put that back on here. Press it down. Okay, there we go. Press that all around. And not too hard, because it'll get to where it needs to go once you install it here. Take the water out over here. Just makes it easier to go into. All right, and let's hope that this is the fix that I needed. Yeah, you can definitely feel a difference there. Putting it down. All right. So let's see what happens here. Make sure it's where it needs to be. All right. All right, toilet's running, filling up. That, my friends, is the fix. There you have it, folks. When it comes to fixing the seal in your toilet fill valve, I'm going to recommend that you just replace it with a brand new one. If your toilet's only a few years old, then maybe cleaning off the old one will work. But if it's any more than that, it's really worth it just to go out and get one of these. Maybe get a few of them, have them on hand for the next time you need it. You could literally do this entire job in about 10 minutes or less. It took me a little bit longer than that because, well, number one, I washed out the old one, tried to get that old one rejuvenated. Secondly, I'm doing the video here, so it takes me a little bit of time. But other than that, I hope that helped you out, folks. Leave a comment down below. Did you fix the old one? Did you clean the old one and put that back in and it worked for you? Or did you go ahead and just replace it with a brand new one and that worked for you as well? I'm hoping one of those two options worked for you, but this seemed to do the trick. Put in a brand new one. Now the toilet is flushing and the water stops when it's supposed to. So hopefully the same will happen for you. All right, until the next video, thank you for joining me on Lenderman Shop. Hope your toilet's working well at this point. And until the next video, take care.